Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Kia koutou e te whānau o Ngāti Whātua. Kua tae mai mo tenei rā whakanui a tātou. Nei rā taku mihi aroha nui kia koutou katoa. Ko tēnei e tū ake nei te mema pare mata mo te maunga kie kie. E nari he hononga ano mai I nā waka I tei mai hi Hawaiki. Nō reira, he honore maku ki te mihi atu ki a koutou, ki a tātou, me te tautoko mo ēnei whainga. Tēnā koe, Joe. And I want to acknowledge every child, every mother, every father, and every individual that's come down here to celebrate this special day. But I also want to acknowledge those back home in Ngāti Whātua, who could not be here today, but equally share the joy that we here in Parliament will celebrate this momentous occasion. I also acknowledge those that have passed on, those that were not able to witness this day. And I remember them, as we all do, and many have been named in this chamber this morning. Also, want to send a message out to Grant. We know you're a strong man, and that our prayers will continue to be with you as you come back. And it's a privilege, sir, that I speak as the Member of Parliament for Maunga Kia Kia, where many of the people of Ngāti Whātua Orākei live, where many of them work, and where many of them continue and many of them play. And while I'm not a member of this select committee which heard submissions, I stand here to support both Ministers Sharples and Finlayson and this government, a government that is committed to recognising, addressing and correcting the wrongs of the past, and especially to strengthen the bonds between the Crown, Māori and others like myself who've come lately, strengthen those bonds and those relationships into the future. And as I said, today is momentous because we move to resolve some of the historical issues which have been addressed here today so that we can move forward as a country in Aotearoa, New Zealand, iwi, hapu, the Crown, and we want to build a bolder and a brighter and a better future for our kids and our grandkids. And much of the history of the grievance has already been laid out quite eloquently today, and I won't get into that given time constraints. But the benefits and protection that Ngāti Whātua Orākei had anticipated from their engagement, their initial engagement with the Crown, following the signing of the Te Tiriti or Waitangi, were not always realised, and we know that. And despite promises of a land base for the future, almost all their land was lost. And as a witness to the deed of settlement for the Tamaki Collective earlier on this year, but also for this particular deed, I'm proud that it's come to this peaceful and joyous conclusion. And this settlement focuses on the cultural and the historical, and some would say, as my colleague Brendan Horan said, also the spiritual, and includes Crown acknowledgements which form the basis for a Crown apology to Ngāti Whātua Orākei. So my hope and prayer is that this settlement goes some way to address those grievances of the past. My prayer and my hopes are that the children and the grandchildren of those executing this settlement will prosper and gain from the settlement in a way that their ancestors were not able to do. My hope is that the settlement will enhance the efforts of Ngāti Whātua Orākei to improve education and learning outcomes, to promote healthy living, to drive economic and business growth for their benefit of their whānau. And my prayer is that they will continue to be the beacon up on that hill that was a place of such conflict and division in the past. And as a local MP, it's my wish and my petition that a tree also be returned to Maunga Kieke as a sign of our peace and of unity and of love. He rā whakahirahira tēnei kia whakatūwhera I ngā āhuatanga o ngā whakatipuranga e heke mai, kia pua wai ngā wawata o ngā tipuna. Thank you, sir.
Kia ora, Mr. Speaker.
Honey Haraway, 10